Edwin Merner, president of Atlantis Investment Research Corporation, joins us on the program this morning. Good Thursday morning to you, Edwin. I guess first let's get some analysis on the current account missing by 90 billion yen, yet not much reaction coming from the markets. What do you see?
Well, the trend continues to be the same. I mean, exports are very weak. And imports, especially oil, has been higher, so that makes the figures worse. And I think this trend will probably remain the same for a while, but later on in the year we should see some better figures. But it'll take time, so we'll probably have more bad figures before we have some really good figures.
Yeah, you think that the Japanese economy has already touched bottom or pretty close to it, so when do you think we're going to see the trend go upwards?
Well, it could come in late spring, summer, early autumn, just depending on the world economy. So I would probably aim at summer sometime, maybe June, July. We could start to see some improvement.
Do you think the market has already priced in most of the bad news? And Edwin, how do you trade in these conditions?
Well, I think you have to be very, very confident that you're buying companies that can do well over the medium and longer term. If you're trying to trade with the market swinging back and forth and trading in a fairly narrow range, you can get whipsawed. So I don't think this is much of a trading market. But for fundamentalists like myself, there's a lot of gold out there. It's just a matter of finding it. This is really a stock picking sort of opportunity, especially if you're looking out a couple of years. This is a great time to be going out there and finding a lot of cheap companies that will do well over the longer term.
Yeah, and Edwin, which stocks are you picking?
Well, on the bigger side, and I really like the medium-sized or smaller companies better, but on the bigger side, I think Toyota, which I regard as one of the best run auto companies in the world, at these prices is a long-term buy. Sekisui House also looks quite interesting, and Sumitomo Trust, and looking a little bit smaller down at a smaller company, Kohnan Shoji, which has a chain of DIY stores. They look quite interesting. PBR is low, earnings are coming up very fast. PER is low, and the stock is just fairly well run. And should do well for the next couple of years. So I feel that's a really good one. But if you want to get down into the smaller ones, which is even more interesting, Bid Isle, high risk, a little bit high risk. It's in they have these centers, including cloud computing. So they could do very well in growth over the next 3 or 4 years. But there is risk there. Area Link is a recovery situation. That's a stock we've had for some time. Looks like it could do very well, but it's going to take time. And VT Holdings. VT Holdings is especially interesting because we think that car sales in Japan will recover this year. And VT, of course, sells new cars, both Nissan and Honda, and also second-hand cars, and also is in the repair business. So we think they can do very well. The stock looks very, very cheap.
Okay. Edwin, thank you so much for sharing some interesting insights this morning. Good talking.